Hello and welcome to my poster. My name is Crystal Amini and I am a second-year medical student here at the Medical College of Wisconsin. With the support of the Institute for Health and Equity, I conducted research this summer with Dr. Kirsten Beyer and the GROW research team as my mentors. The title of my project is The Health Benefits of Equitable Access to Nature, Schoolyard Greening in Low-Income Urban Communities. To begin, I'd first like you to imagine yourself on a hike in the forest. You see the trees, feel the sunshine on your face, and hear the birds chirping. When you finish your hike, how do you feel? I imagine very relaxed and at the peak of your health. These sentiments are exactly what the research shows today. As a student interested in medical humanities, the joy of spending time in nature is beautifully demonstrated by John Muir, a U.S. environmental philosopher in the 1800s. Another glorious day, the air as delicious to the lungs as nectar to the tongue. Now, recall when you were in third grade and eagerly watching the clock for the minutes to tick down to recess time. Recall how important recess was for you as a developing child. Unfortunately, children in urban environments are at a disadvantage in receiving the health benefits of spending time in nature as they have less access to green space in their neighborhoods. Here in Milwaukee, a community-based effort is underway to redevelop Milwaukee Public School schoolyards to control stormwater and improve landscape quality. These redevelopments include removing the asphalt on playgrounds and installing greenery such as grass, trees, flowers, vegetable gardens, outdoor classrooms, and green sports fields. The health benefits to children we hope to show through the project are threefold: increasing the children's physical activity, improving their socio-emotional health, and decreasing the environmental health risks of air pollution and heat islands. This is a 2-year project. In May 2022, we collected our baseline data. Then, during the children's summer vacation, the schoolyard renovations were completed. Now we will wait 1 year for the children to play in the green space, and next year we will collect data again post-greening. My piece of the project thus far has focused on quantifying the children's socio-emotional health at baseline. To collect data, we began by putting belts on each child. These contained 2 devices, an accelerometer and a GPS tracker. At the end of the day, the belts were collected once again. We took environmental measurements by walking around the campus with 3 devices: a temperature gun, an air pollution monitor, and a weather monitor. Later in the day, we gave surveys to students which asked questions about demographics and their self-reported outcomes. The surveys were from the National Institute of Health, entitled Pediatric Patient-Reported Outcome Measurement Information Systems, also known as Pediatric Promise Surveys. There were 7 that we used, which were psychological stress, anger, life satisfaction, positive affect, peer relationships, meaning and purpose, and cognitive function. Lastly, we went out for recess with the children and we wrote down observations, which included how the children interacted and resolved conflict, what games they played, and how they transitioned to and from recess. And now for the results. We can see from the demographic data that we have a very diverse cohort of 188 students. From the T-scores calculated by the NIH, we were able to see how our students compared to the average pediatric population in the U.S., which is demonstrated here by this 50 line. We can see that the children are nearing the moderate symptom and dysfunction line for psychological stress, here in purple, and cognitive function, here in pink. We would like to focus on these two areas next year in order to determine the impact of the intervention. One strength of this project is the number of schools we were able to collect data from, 5 total. This gives us a good number of participants to make correlations with. One weakness is that we aren't sure how much benefit the students will get in the wintertime, as we only measure data during the summer. The implications of this project are multifactorial. If the children's health improves, this could be a good and effective way to bridge health disparities. Additionally, if this improves the grades of the children, MPS will make it a priority to renovate all of their schoolyards. This project would not have been possible without Reflow, who did the landscape renovations and the fundraising, Milwaukee Public Schools, and our research team. I want to give a special thanks to Dr. Beyer, Courtney Jankowski, and Bethany Canales for helping me with their expertise. For any questions or comments, please reach out to me via email. Thank you very much for listening.